Thank you, Morgan.
See if you need help on.
No, will do. All right. I just how do we start these things?
Hey there, it's just your old buddy.
Hello there. How are you? All right. I'll have to go through it a couple of times just to get into the zone. I'm just going to start it, and then we'll see what happens. So there'll be like a little musical intro.
Yeah.
Maybe some like applause, because it's going to be like a talk show kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, hello there, it's just me, your old buddy Grizzly Jim, and I'm back with something very exciting, a little bit new for this year. I would like to welcome you to what I believe will be the first episode of my new podcast for Merlin Archery. It's so new that I haven't even given it a proper name yet. The working title is Merlin's Archery Adventures Podcast with Grizzly Jim, but that might be a bit of a mouthful, but we'll see. But that's what we're going with. And I would very much like to welcome my very special guest into the studio today. You know him best as Ollie Hicks, most famousest barebow archer in the world. How you doing, bud?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Yeah. So you've been busy.
Yeah.
You've been getting about a bit.
Yeah.
So you just come back from the Lancaster Classic, is that what it's called?
Lancaster Classic in Pennsylvania, America.
Yeah, so, and you did quite well, by all accounts.
Yep, went very well.
Yeah. So what did you do? You won.
I won it.
You won. So, yeah, let's just want to talk a little bit about Lancaster, what that was like.
The Lancaster Classic is massive for barebow.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you're in barebow and you've not heard of it, you've not been like looking around. Like,
well, it's I think it's massive for loads of different bow styles.
Yeah,
it's really big for trad as well as compound and recurve. But I feel like the trad and the barebow they're like the main events now.
They had
Lancaster
longbow out on the stage for the first time this year, and that was a good watch.
Yeah, but I saw some of that actually.
Yeah.
It's nice to see. It's nice to see. But the thing I enjoyed watching most was my buddy Ollie. That was nice.
Yeah.
So how did it feel? Like, talk us through the process. So, like, if for anybody who was looking to maybe do Lancaster, I mean, Lancaster is a huge indoor competition, international, people from all over the world. So, what's the format like? How do you get from registration to shooting on the final stage? How's that work?
So the way it works is you shoot a 60 arrow qualification round. X is counted as 11s, which is a unique thing to Lancaster at the moment. Max score is 660. I think there's like 4 or 5 sessions of qualification. And then on the Saturday morning, the top 64 or the top 32, depending on the category size, go through to matches. And then that's just head-to-head matches. And you shoot 3 of those. They're 4 sets each, and high score after 4 ends wins.
Okay.
Goes on to the next match. If you win all 3 of your matches, that's when you can then get onto the stage.
Hey.
And the stage, all of the arrows that you've scored for the entire competition, so the 60 arrows of qualification, and then the 4 12 arrow matches, those are all added together and are used to rank you. And then the final stage is winner stays on format. So 8 plays 7, and then the winner of that match
all the way
6, 5, 4, 3, all the way up to first.
Okay.
So
And then you managed to just stay on till the very end.
So I came on 6th.
Yeah.
And then I won my first match. So I just kept powering through all the way to win the whole thing.
I saw.
Great fun.
So, just because who qualified highest? Who was the
That's a good question.
I'm just saying because just because you qualify the highest doesn't mean that you're going to go all the way to the very end.
In the qualification round, I can't remember who qualified highest, but for the final stage, it was Eric Johnson.
Yeah.
The absolute goat of barebow.
I
think he's won more world championships than any other barebow since then.
So how did you feel going up against such a goat? Because he's a big deal in the world of barebow.
He shot a 300 like 30 arrow round.
Yeah,
in practice, cleaned it
just for fun, just for something to do.
Yeah,
get warmed up.
So I think at that point, the time when I was coming up against him, I had already shot 5 matches at this point.
Yeah,
so I was feeling quite comfortable up on the stage. So I was just like, let's just run my process, just take it arrow by arrow, and then just keep going to the end.
What is your process, Ollie? What how do you approach? Because I've seen you shoot, and you're like a machine. You are really methodical. Everything looks deliberate. So take us through your process. What's going through your mind when you're not necessarily on a big stage at Lancaster, but just when you're approaching the target you're going to shoot? What's going through your mind? How do you build your shot?
The way I think about my shot is sort of like, as Barebow doesn't have a clicker, try and be like as stretched out as possible, because then there's like no like weak shots. Like, you can't. If you're just pulling as hard as you can, you can't be too far, because you physically can't be any further, and you're not going to fall off, lose tension, because what I almost think about it is sort of like almost like pulling into the back wall of a compound.
Yeah.
Like I can't move my back arm around anymore, so I find that helps sort of keep the draw length. So I'm basically just drawing back as hard as I can, and then just coming into anchor, aiming, and then I'm now shooting a tabser. So I've got a little groove.
So how does that work? Talk us through that, because a sears are big at the moment. A lot of people using sears now.
They're getting quite popular now. I think at least one other person on the stage was using one. I think even 2 maybe.
Yeah.
So what I've got on my tab, I've got a little groove, so after I've aimed and just got all the tensions sort of in the right directions, like to a point where I know it's going to be in the middle when it goes, I then move my thumbnail into a groove and sort of start squeezing backwards.
Okay,
so
pulling
towards my elbow.
Yeah.
And just keep squeezing slowly on that until it pops out the groove.
So
and that's when I release.
Like a clicker, like just an indicator that everything's in the same.
Yeah, it's sort of just to remove the decision of releasing from everything else in the shot.
Was that hard to, because you've never done that, was it a difficult process to kind of learn, like to, rather than making the decision yourself?
It definitely took a couple of months to properly get used to and just learn the sear, because there's so many like little intricacies I find. Like, because it's on my tab, if my finger pressure is different, it will change the angle of the groove. So then my thumbnail might not get in it nicely. Yeah. So then it's hard to get like clean, sort of crisp pop out the sear.
So even just using the sear, everything else has to be more accurate, more consistent.
Yeah.
So I guess, I mean, there's a lot to be said for them. Like I say, they're getting very popular.
Yeah.
Sort of this grip sears, tab sears.
Yeah. It's all sorts going on. I've really enjoyed the process having one now.
Yeah.
But it was sort of a long road to get there. But before, I was starting to sort of get a bit frustrated. Like, my shots were like feeling great, like just nice clean release, but struggling with aiming. It was just sort of sucking a bit of enjoyment out of the sport.
Yeah, and that's dangerous, because that people put the bow down then, and it's longer till they pick it up again, and then so you've always got I mean, I've said it a million times to a million different people, but the important thing with archery is never forget why you picked up the bow in the first place. It's supposed to be fun and enjoyable. You're supposed to. I mean, I can understand people getting frustrated if they're trying to achieve something, or if they're working on something and it's struggling. But ultimately, every arrow should be fun. It should be like, because it's cool. Like you pick up the bow and you're like, right, I'm going to shoot this arrow, and it's a cool thing to do.
It's just like, it's so fun just watching the arrows just fly to the center. And really nice.
It's been a while since mine flew to the center. I'll be honest with you. But watching you shoot, it does seem effortless. Like
I can tell you it's not.
Oh, well, I know it's not. I know it's not. But you make it look just so casual.
It's like with like swans and ducks in the water. Like you don't see their feet going like that. Like it's sort of the same with a seer and just like mentally just working it to
like go
get it to
go, and then it pops and it's just there. But the other thing that is, how did it affect you? Because I've seen you shoot at sort of on various stages and things over the years, like national tours and indoors and things. But this certainly seemed like more of a spectacle. It was really kind of razzle dazzle, lots of cameras, lots of lights, announcers, and how was that? How did that make you feel? Like
interviewed in between. Yeah, the Lancaster stage is like nothing else. It is completely different because most of the time, the last thing you're wanting to do in between ends is talk to someone.
Yeah, you
just want to like be relaxing, chatting to your coach behind you.
Yeah.
But going into the Lancaster stage, that's a format.
Yeah.
That's how they make it into a show. So you accept that and just enjoy the experience up there.
Something a bit different. Just embrace it.
So I going onto a stage, I knew I was shooting well.
Mm-hmm.
I knew if I just ran my process right, it would go in the middle. So I was just taking the entire thing arrow by arrow, just focusing on doing one good arrow at a time.
Yeah, that's so important as well, because I think as archers, and I think everybody does it as well, is when you're shooting, you're either worried about what you've just done, like, oh no, that was a bad arrow, or oh, that was a really good arrow, I'm going to try and recreate it, or you're worrying about like, oh, you've got to focus on what's happening there, because that's the only thing you can influence is what's happening right there. And I think at that sort of level, the sort of level that you're shooting at, you need that kind of fortitude to be like, well, what's happened has happened. This is the only thing in the world right now that matters. This one arrow, and I think that's something you're really good at. You kind of.
Recently, it's taken me a long time to sort of learn that. Like, it's taken me like a year. Like the last year, I've been mostly focusing on just staying present and not worrying about what's happened before, what's happening after. Because we all get the like, oh, I've shot 5 good arrows. Now, if I shoot this next one, I'm going to get a 6 gold end or a 60 or something. You're like artificially putting pressure on you. When you're just thinking it shot by shot, you don't care about what the other ones are or what the next ones are. You're just thinking about making this one here the best you can. So
when I was a kid, when I used to shoot a lot when I was a kid, that was always my issue, where I put 5 in the gold, and then it's that, right, this one needs to do, and then inevitably you screw it up. It goes awry. But I mean, that's kind of why I like 3D a little bit more, especially one arrow rounds like in the NFAS, because it's just one arrow. It just it forces you to focus on that one shot, and I think that's quite good. That's kind of where a lot of the nuts and bolts come from. But
I'm the same with field. Like, you're shooting 24 targets, full wild archery field, 3 arrows at each, and after each one, you could shoot a target at 50 meters, next one will be at 5 meters.
Yeah.
So you've just got to, like, you can completely forget about the last one and just focus on the next one.
But I keep going back to Lancaster just because it was really cool. I'm so proud of you. But yeah, so it was talking about the kind of the spectacle of it all, and people shoving mics in your face. I mean, I've done that to you at the national indoors.
But while I was fletching arrows.
Oh my God, yeah. What are you doing, Ollie? I'm just fletching some arrows. Are you going? Are you shooting in about 15 minutes? Yeah, I'll be all right. It
was before competition started.
Yeah. Well, you never seem flustered by anything. Everything just seems so like you take absolutely everything in your stride. Well, you used the analogy before about a duck on a pond, and I'm sure there's an element of that. But how old are you now? 19. So you're still very, very young compared to me. still very, very young, and you've got such a mature outlook in your archery. You've been like an old dude that's been shooting for 50 years. It's just, I don't know. I envy that. I'd like. I don't do fantastically well in competitions, and the bigger the competition, the worse it gets. But it just doesn't seem to faze you. You just
I think what helped that is I can never remember if I was 15 or 16. I was at the European Indoors shooting in the senior category, and I found my way to a gold medal match.
Yeah.
So 15-year-old me didn't realise sort of the scale of a finals match. So I was just shooting arrows then.
Yeah.
And then sort of everything else has sort of almost become normal. So I'm sort of just relaxed. It's what it's going to be.
Just is what it is.
Just take it as it comes.
Shoot your shot. So you made your way all through Lancaster, got yourself to the final. Yeah. Me and my buddy was watching it, and it was brilliant. I was so proud of you. I think I sent you a message like in the morning. You probably didn't get it. You was asleep, but I was like, really proud of you.
Yeah.
Don't think I'm going to be nice to you just because you won Lancaster. Also, you got $8,000 I could borrow. It was, and shooting the Mycan as well. It was nice seeing that on the. It wasn't a world archery event, but it was the world stage. Everyone was watching. It was really good to see like a British brand on there.
Mycan is an incredible bow.
It's insane.
And I think it's really good to get it out there even more.
Yeah.
Because you see it in the UK, national tour, a lot of the shooting line is Mycans.
Yeah.
Which is incredible.
It's becoming the go-to barebow, really, isn't it?
But then when you go to America, you've got a lot more Hoyt and CD.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to sort of show what the British brands can do.
Yeah, it's doing so well. And it was, funnily enough, I've just come back from Scotland with Ben, who designed the Mycan, and we was talking about it a little bit. And it's just, I'm so proud of this thing that was designed, built, engineered in the UK, and it's getting out there and it does such a stellar job. Yeah, it is such a good barebow. I mean, I'm not a barebow. I've dabbled and I've tried a bit and whatnot. It's not. I think I could be kind of. Sort of persuaded into barebow, I think. Mostly because like knowing you and stuff, you make it seem really cool. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm a traditional archer. I always will be, but I think I could have some fun with barebow. I think I could enjoy it.
Barebow's good fun.
But you make it seem, and there's other guys as well out there as well, like Phil Lawrence. He's really, a slightly older chap, but he's getting out there. He's doing some incredible things with it, and you shoot with him a bit, don't you?
Yeah, I shoot at his club.
Yeah,
so shoot with him and Rene Becker.
Yeah,
he was on the stage at Lancaster.
Yeah, that was one of the matches I watched.
I can't describe sort of how it was. Because we were all shooting on the same shooting line. I had won my match. I knew I had won my match. He was down going into the last end.
Yeah.
I was really hoping he was going to pull it back and win. Because I really wanted to be up there on the stage with him.
Yeah, you want to face him in the...
He was also my travel buddy. So him and Neil and Sarah, we all travelled over together for Lancaster, and we're sharing an Airbnb. So it was really nice that all four of us ended up being on the finals stage, because I had Sarah behind me for coach and Rene had Neil. So I was so like happy and like relieved that Rene was up on the stage as well.
He seems to go. I'm going to try and get him in on this actually. I think it'd be really, really good. He's a clever guy as well. Really. Yeah, he's got sort of the engineering stuff he comes up with. It's fantastic.
Made his own. I think he's made his own rest button. And weights.
Yeah, I know. I was talking to Ilaria Nib, another barebower. She's got it's a heart-shaped weight that Rene made for her. It's But it seems like a really interesting guy. I really want to get him in. But the thing I noticed about barebow that I guess I see in other aspects, but never quite so much as I do with Barebow. It's the camaraderie.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a good, like, there's no kind of frenemies. I'm sure there is, but everyone's sort of like wants everybody.
Yeah.
It's a real family vibe, the Barebow. Like,
Yeah,
absolutely. And everyone's behind everybody else, and it's really nice to see. And I think that's kind of, again, something that kind of draws me towards Barebow.
Yeah.
That kind of atmosphere around it. It just seems so nice and supportive. And
like in the qualification round at Lancaster, Matt Yacker from America, he was shooting longbow, but he has shot barebow before quite a lot. His knocking point was coming undone on his longbow.
Yeah.
So everyone around him were like, "What do you need?"
Oh, that's good.
To get him back shooting. So I was like up shooting next. He didn't have a knife, so I just had a knife in my quiver. I just dropped it on the chair next to him and just like,
there you go,
use it.
Knock yourself out. That's not, and I do like that about archery as a whole. I think we're all doing the same sort of thing. Where, you know, you might have a compound, you might have a trad bow, it might be a barebow, but there is a camaraderie around the whole thing. But just the what I see from barebow, it seems like so everyone's just there. It's nice. It's nice to see. And watching a couple of the girls are on. What's going on at the moment? The indoors in
European indoors.
Indoors. Yeah, I've been watching sort of Ilaria and Anastasia, and there's another one. Vic. Yeah, they're all over there, and they just seem like a girls' trip.
Oh, and Evie.
Yeah,
she's shooting in the juniors.
Yeah, it's really nice to see. And, but so who was your coach in the box at Lancaster? That was
Sarah Russell.
Sarah Russell. Okay, so she was. What sort of advice would she give you in there?
It was mostly just like sort of keeping me calm and sort of like if the time was getting low, sort of just counting me down so I didn't run out of time. So when you get to this stage, you're not really giving coaching advice. It's more just like keeping them calm, keeping them
nice
present.
Having somebody there,
a familiar face behind you. Because
I was a coach in the box for Millie Williams at the World 3Ds 2017. And some of the team managers were like, "Oh, why are you taking him?" She's because he'll shut up and let me do what I want to do. So I was spotting for her. I was just offering words of encouragement and just being me in the box, and that was what she needed. She didn't need someone like coaching her. She knows what she's doing. But it was nice to be involved and nice to but yeah, she was going to let me wear a medal if she won, but she didn't win, so she let me down.
Oh yeah, the other thing that Sarah was giving me, Malt Loaf. Had some of that on the stage with me. I was hoping it was going to be a long slog up on the stage. Yeah, because there was 6 matches that I'd need to win my thing. Yeah. So if you know me, I never go through a 60-hour round without eating at least like either 2 bagels, half a Malt Loaf.
You are always eating.
I'm always eating.
But the thing that annoys me here, Ollie, there's nothing to you. You're nothing. It's just slim as anything. But if I ate at the level that Ollie ate at, I'd be a much bigger man. But yeah, you are always fine. Yeah. You wait till you're in your 40s.
I'm not looking forward to that.
But I'm glad you mentioned that, because we do need to talk about Malt Loaf and specifically Saurine. That took America by storm. That's all anyone could talk about was Malt Loaf. Oh, what's Ollie eating? What's in the strange yellow packet? So what is about Malt Loaf that that fuels you?
So it started off, I was at uni and I needed some food I wasn't able to go back home and I needed to get some food. So I walked into a shop and I was like, oh, I'll get some Malt Loaf. So I just ate one of those. Yeah. And I was like, this is great energy. Yeah. It's like a little bit sweet. So you've got the fast energy.
The sugars.
And then you've got the carbs in it to sort of like fuel you through for a bit longer. And it's super energy dense, so you don't actually need to eat that much to get a lot of energy. So I was like, I can eat this while shooting. So that's what I've been doing. Just And
I mean, it's a great. I've been eating Malt Loaf for years, but I've got a problem with it. We eat it very differently, though. You just raw dog it, just straight out the packet. I've got to slice it, thick layer of butter, and then I'll eat one. I think that's nice, and then I'll have another one, and then before I know it, the whole packet's gone. But I've used a lot of butter, specifically very, very thick butter.
Yeah. Well, my thinking is when you're at archery, the last thing you want to do is get your fingers sticky.
It's true.
So if you just open the top of a packet, squeeze it up from the bottom, you can just take bites out of it.
Take bites.
Never touches your fingers.
And this, what's this? Is a typical. This is a family pack, Ollie.
Yeah.
And you eat all of that in the whole thing. You get through that in a competition.
Most of it. Sometimes half of it, but
maybe just a normal pack. Maybe a family pack. But no, I'm sure you must have affected the sales of Saurine.
So I got so many messages after, what was that you were eating?
Well, I did a little post just after you won, and it was an old picture of Ollie, and I put some Saurine next to it, and I was like, powered by Mycan, fueled by Malt Loaf or something. And I think I tagged Saurine in it just because it was like there's a campaign to get you as have they been in touch at all?
No, not yet.
Right. We can do this. We can get Ollie a Saurine sponsorship. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, it's a great food. It's a great source of energy. It's not bad for you either.
No.
Well, maybe in a whole packet.
I think a whole packet is like 700 calories.
Yeah. Well, that's not that bad. Like,
isn't too bad. It's quite a bit.
A burger meal from somewhere is usually about 900 calories.
Yeah, but
and
just for a snack
in one sitting.
Just for a snack might be a bit different.
But you're an athlete. You need the calories. You need the energy. But no, it's my favorite thing is I'm crazy on if I'm out shooting or doing anything, it's cabanos, which is like a little thin Polish sausage, like a bit like a pepperami, but actually it tastes nice. Like it's salty and it's really good source of protein, and because I do a lot of hiking and walking and stuff, it's a really good snack for that. So that's my go-to, and maybe a bit of trail mix.
Oh yeah,
as well.
Trail mix is good.
But you are all about the snacks, aren't you?
Yeah, snacks are the most important bit of the day.
Yeah. Well, I was whenever you come and visit me here, I always get you to bring snacks. What snacks you bring in? What are you bringing?
Yeah, that's the reason you get me to come, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you. I just want you to bring me snacks. And I think I got Ilaria coming in. She's going to come and talk about Barebow, and she always brings me a steak bake from Greg's. That's her tribute to me to be on these things. She brings me a steak bake.
Nice.
But yeah, you got to have the energy.
Yeah, you
got to have the energy. It was really nice to see, and it was almost like a meme going around, like Ollie Hicks and his Saurine. But no, I thought they'd be who makes it? Who makes Saurine? Is it like?
I think Saurine's the company.
Saurine's the company. I wonder if it was owned by somebody.
I think it is owned by someone in Manchester. I think
just he's like Unilever or somewhere. But yeah, we'll see what we can do, because I want that to happen. But watching the Americans' point of view of it, they were like obsessed.
Yes,
what is this?
They thought it was biscuits.
Yeah, you went through Lancaster. You took the world by storm with Saurine. You won Lancaster. You got interviewed with PJ Riley from Lancaster. It's like a cheaper version of me, I suppose.
He does a similar job to you.
He does a similar job. I imagine he's got a bigger budget than me.
Yeah, and he does all the big competitions in America, like the ASAs.
Yeah. Well, I did the national indoors.
Yeah.
Like I went around talking to people. Trolling people, really.
Your microphone into
just shove microphones into people's faces and whatnot. But yeah, so no, you did also, hot property in America right now. But yeah, so what's next? What's next on the cards for you?
I've got uni archery for rest of the indoors. So
Bucks, is that?
Yeah. So we've got but University of Birmingham is in a local league, so called Toucan.
I've heard of the Toucan.
So I think it's like Birmingham, Warwick, Leicester, Oxford, fairly big regional league. Oh, Nottingham as well.
Yeah.
With most of the sort of top uni archery clubs.
Yeah.
So that's a league. I think there's 4 stages in total. Leg 3 is at the weekend.
Yeah.
And then we've got like 2 champs, which is for sort of finals. And then there's Bucks indoors finals.
I used to love Bucks. Well, I don't think we've been there for a while, but we used to have a little stand at Bucks, and it was just nice to kind of hang around with the students, because you're a bit different to most students. Not that there's anything wrong with student archery at all, but the thing I used to love about it so much is because a lot of people don't come through the grassroots archery like you have. There weren't archers before. A lot of them. Yeah, a bunch of people are, but most of them come through archery anew, afresh, like as a society, as a club to join. And there's so many fresh perspectives out there. It's really nice to see like people that haven't kind of had those years of archery and how they're looking at archery with fresh eyes and trying new things and different setups. And it's really nice to see. You always used to have so much fun at Bucks.
Yeah, I think we had 70 people on the beginners course at Birmingham.
So Birmingham Uni's got an archery team club.
Yeah.
And so you get beginners, but you've also got some pretty high level shooters in Birmingham.
Yeah. So we're coached by Megan Costal, who's on the world class program, I think.
Yeah.
And then we've got Sophie Roberts and me.
You get in there, give them a few pointers.
So, and then there's a bunch of other people which are good, really good.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to do well at Bucks this year. And so we had Bucks qualifiers. So the way it works is there's 3 sets of qualifiers, Northern, Central and Southern. Everyone shoots qualifiers there, which is at Portsmouth. And then the top, I don't know how, like, they do it based on the size of each category.
Yeah.
Then get qualified for finals, which is then a WA18 and then heads afterwards. So that's coming up in a few weeks at Warwick. So
excellent.
It's going to be good fun. And
what's
UOB dominance, hopefully.
Well, I would have thought so. I mean, that's kind of my local. As I picked you up this morning, because I live sort of just south of Birmingham, so I picked Ollie up and brought me in today. So that's kind of Birmingham Uni is my closest uni, but I'll always have a soft spot for Birmingham Uni because I used to coach Birmingham Uni ice hockey team. Won a national championship. I'm not making this about me, Ollie. I'm not making this about me. But yeah, so I'll always have a bit of a soft spot for Birmingham Uni, and it's nice to see him do well. But what's the Barebow like on the Buck scene? That's because when I was up in Scotland last weekend for the opening of our Scotland store, and quite a few uni guys from St Andrews and a couple of the surrounding unis came in, and Barebow seemed to be probably the more popular discipline there.
I think Barebow, particularly with the people starting out archery at uni, is one of the more popular ones. And I think the level's just increasing. Like at Bucks Central Qualifiers, which is one I went to in Manchester, someone beat the Bucks Portsmouth record in the session before me.
Okay.
And when I beat it afterwards.
You couldn't let them have it, Ollie, could you? You just couldn't let them have it. You had to take it off.
No, I'm mean like that, unfortunately. Yeah. So I think that shows sort of the level is increasing. And even the people from Birmingham, I think we had 3 people in the top 5 at that qualifiers. So it's really good.
That is incredible. It's taken over, really, Barebow.
It's because it's the best.
I think Trad's the best, but I think Barebow is a close second.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah,
that's the best you're going to give me.
That's the best you're going to get from me. I'll never deviate,
even if I get you some treats.
What's in the bag?
I've got some sweets.
We'll talk about it later. We'll see. It depends. It depends on the quality of treats. I might bring it up to
level.
It will not quite level, just
below.
Yeah, I mean, it's still
that'd still be a second.
Still be a second, but like a very close second.
So is it not close second now?
It's just second now.
Okay.
I could bring it up a couple of points, but I get Barebow. And I think we spoke about this the last time you was in, that because you're a string walker.
Yeah.
And the main methods, I mean, I shoot, I didn't ever realize it would be such a hot button issue, I shoot instinctive. So that doesn't mean it's magic or anything. You still have to work at it. You still have to get a good correlation between sight picture and muscle memory, and you still have to work at it. And it's just an aiming method. You still have to have good, solid, repeatable form for it to work.
Yes.
So that's one. And then the other one is string walking, and the other one is gap shooting. And string walking makes more sense to me than gap shooting, because at least you're putting the point of something on the thing that you're trying to hit.
Yeah.
That works with my brain. Where gap shooting, you kind of like, well, okay, well, I'm trying to hit this target that's, say, 12 yards away. But in order to hit that, I need to aim down there off the target at this little thing. It doesn't work with me. I like aiming at something else to hit something else doesn't work.
Yeah.
But string walking does, because you're still putting the point of the arrow
where you want to hit.
You just move. I mean, I'm not telling you this, you know this, but I'm just, for anybody at home that might not know this, you move your hand down the string to
change the angle of the arrow.
Yeah. And it puts it dead center if you're shooting it.
We hope. Yeah, most of the time.
most of the time. 60% of the time, I'm right every time. But that's me, not you. But yeah, that does make more sense to me. And you have a little tab with little markers on, and you know your marks, and you know where you need to be. And it's because you have to be good at judging, because especially in 3D, an unmarked field.
Yeah,
but there are cheats, aren't there,
in field
for working out, well, if it's this sort of target, it must be this sort of distance.
Yeah.
But 3D is a bit like, could be anything. So you need to be good at judging distance.
Yeah.
I'm awful at judging distance.
So am I.
Yeah. I
think I just need more confidence in it.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hard to judge something and then confidently shoot next arrow at it.
See, for me, if I can see it, I can shoot it. That sounds like a brag, but that's kind of how it works in my life. If I can see it, more often than not, I can get an arrow on it. You know, it might not be an 11 ring or a 24 or whatever round you're doing, but I can usually get it. But what does confuse me is if I do a marked round, and I'll be like, right, okay, there's the thing, and I look at the number, and then I'm second guessing it. Where if the number wasn't there, I'd just be going for it. Yeah. But confidence is an important thing. Yeah. Especially you just gotta do it. How many
trust your gut.
Trust your gut.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot to be said about trusting your gut in all aspects of everything. Like you know sometimes that I shouldn't be doing this, or I need to do this. This is going to work out, whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, I've been having to learn when I'm doing 3D. I judge the distance. Once I've got my distance that I'm going to shoot it on, that's what I'm going to shoot it on, and I'm going to shoot a strong shot.
Yeah.
Like, it's when you judge it, shoot it, but if you're not completely confident with it and you shoot a weak shot, that's when you sort of get more problems sneaking in.
Yeah. Again, with many things, don't want to throw too many. A lot of the stuff I talk about tends to always come back to an ice hockey analogy. Yeah. And when I was playing hockey, so it's talking about you've got to commit to a hit. Yeah. Because if you don't fully commit to it, that's when someone can get hurt. But if you've committed to it, you go through it. It's a lot safer than pulling away or not going in, because either one of you could get hurt. Yeah. But if you can commit to something, it's much stronger. It's much more potent, and it works, and you're less likely to suffer an ill effect from it, I suppose. Yeah.
And sometimes it might not be completely in the middle.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, I'll give you one example. I shot a 25-meter target off 18 meters.
Okay. How did that work out?
The ground below.
Yeah.
Because 7 meters is a lot. Yeah. Particularly with a barebow. But because that first one was strong and confident, I knew how much I needed to adjust.
Yeah.
So my next arrow was then an 11.
Yeah.
So, but that's only because I shot a strong, confident first.
And if you pulled the shot, if you wasn't committed, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know was that just form? Was that so? Yeah. So there's confidence and consistency all the way through. That's two very important principles in archery, I think. But what's your go-to? If someone could say, look, like, Ollie, let's go shoot today. You can do field, 3D, you can go to a range, do some target. What's your happy place in shooting? Where do you go?
A nice tricky field course.
Field.
Yeah.
A lot of ups and downs.
Lots of ups and downs, things that make you think. Like, when I'm shooting well, I find nothing more satisfying than shooting incredibly well on a tough field course, because everything's working. Like, each target's almost like a puzzle, which you're sort of working out the cross, like the uphill. If it's unmarked, the face size and the distance of it, and once you've broken it down into that, and then working out how you're going to shoot it, and then just shooting it well, I find there's nothing better.
So that floats your moat, that butters your sorry to not even butter it. But yeah, I love a technical course.
Yeah,
there's we spoke about this briefly on the drive down today, but there's nothing more boring. I mean, I mostly shoot 3D if I'm shooting anything. Is you go to a course and there's just a target just out in a clearing or in a wood or something at 20 yards. It's boring. It could be a really big animal. It could be just like a give me shot, but it's just boring. Give me something a little bit closer, a little bit smaller, through a tree, through a hole. Something that you have to. Not quite as puzzly as a field thing where you got to do the cut and work out distance, but just tricky shots. Yeah. I love those all day. I'm not a huge fan of long shots. A fun one every now and again is, I did one in Austria a few years back, and it was off a mountain. It was probably like an 80, 90 yard shot, this big bison, and that was just out there, but you was up a cliff shooting down at it. That was amazing. That was something a little bit different, but make them. I love. There are some. I think in the UK and sort of in Europe, actually all over the world, there are some incredible course layers that really have a passion for almost catching people out. Like, there's a bit of dead ground there. There's a dip there that you don't know is there till you get there, and it really throws you and really makes you think. And I would much rather come off a course with a slightly lower score and have been bested by the course. I generally enjoy that more than just coming in with a really big score on just a normal, uninspired course.
Yeah, I actually find I often shoot better on the harder courses because I'm having to pay so much more attention to every single different detail rather than just walking up. Oh, that's quite a big animal, 26 meters. Shoot it nice and flat in the open, and you just sort of just get lazy.
Yeah.
Whereas like if it was like 26 meters uphill, cross slope, you're like paying attention to keep your bow upright. You might take off half a meter and just really focus on every single detail and getting that right.
So talk us through a little bit about the process of shooting up and downhill, because I don't do it the same as you.
Yeah,
because you're working out the distance and you something got a cut, isn't it?
Yes.
So explain to me the cut, because it's something that's always eluded me. I just look at it and shoot it, and sometimes it goes there. But you're way more methodical with it. You are quite.
So a cut is to account for the angle. So with my bow setup, I find I don't need to cut much going uphill unless it's really steep. So you cut for everything. You never add on really, unless it's sort of like slightly uphill, and the key thing is to keep your T. If you just go up like that, you shorten your draw length.
It's very true.
That's when you'd need to add on, because you're shortening your draw length, so the arrow's going to go lower. But everywhere else, you're cutting. So unless it's really steep uphill, I don't find I need to cut anything, just because that's how my bow reacts. I think it's something to do with the balance of your bow. So because my bow likes being sort of level, it just going uphill, it just I shoot it for the distance.
Yeah.
And then going downhill, that's when I find I need to cut more, particularly on the longer targets, sort of like 30 meters and beyond. And it's just, if I look at it and I'm like, yeah, that's quite downhill, I'll sort of take off a meter or two. And then if I'm like, yeah, that's very far down, I'll just sort of do like 10% or something.
Yeah.
I think you need to learn your bow setup and just practice and just get used to how your bow reacts, how it likes to shoot. And then you're sort of almost looking at past experiences to then inform your decision on how you're going to shoot the next target, if that makes sense.
It's all every opportunity you're learning something.
Yeah.
You sort of from the environment, from your equipment. Knowing your equipment is very, very important.
Yeah.
And I've seen you tuning up yours. Not that there's a great deal to tune on a Barebow, hence it being a Barebow, but you've still got buttons to tune. You've still got limb alignment and things and weights. That's an important one, isn't it? So how much weight are you running on your bow at the moment?
So in mass weight, I've got my cam with the 350 gram master weight, and then I've got a 100 gram disc weight, and then a 150 gram disc weight on the bottom.
That's like, to me, that seems incredibly, because my bows are just sticks.
Yeah.
It seems incredibly heavy. But heavy bow is a stable bow.
I think it's like 2.2 kilograms.
You could drop that on someone and kill them. Let's
not try.
Let's not try. But just put that in the back pocket, because you never know when that could come in handy. No, but it's such a, they are Barebows by their very nature are very heavy, because you have all the weight in the bow rather than front and the sides of the bow. But yeah, how long did it take you to set up, like find what works for you? Was it just adding, taking, moving? Yeah, just playing around with weight. I've tried weight on the top, but which you're now allowed. A few years ago, you weren't. They've changed the rules, so you're allowed weight anywhere. So I've played with weight on the top, bottom, back, just wherever there's a hole, I've tried to put weight and just seeing how a bow reacts. Like, the way I like my bow to shoot is just to jump straight out my hand towards the just all in one line. Yeah, not tipping back, tipping forwards. So I just play around with that. When I get it nice, I've basically been shooting the same weight setup for 6 months now, because I found I really like it. If it works, like, why? There's no point changing it. Like, I've known some people that get a bow set up perfectly, and then they get that little itch that they need to tinker with it.
Yeah,
shoot it. Just shoot the damn thing.
Yeah. I can be sort of guilty of that sometimes, but
sure,
because I'm an archer. But what I do now is I'm very lucky to have 2 bow setups. So I'll have one bow which I know is shooting well, and then another bow which I can sort of play around with, and sort of test something. If I have that little itch, let's give it a go on this bow. I'm not shooting this bow in competition unless it starts shooting better than the other one.
Yeah.
So you can then work on stuff and not worry.
You've always got that solid safety net of one that works, is set up.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. I've got a bow which I shot at Lancaster, unsurprisingly. That's the bow I'm going to shoot for the rest of the indoor season. But I'm already working on a bow to set up for field.
Yeah.
Because the next field's next month or something. So I've got to get ready for it. And for field, I find the tune's even more important than for 50 meters. Because one distance you can tune for fairly easily. But when you've got 5 to 50, it's a big range.
Yeah, you need to narrow that sort of area of error down a little bit.
And with Barebow, if you've not got it, you're changing the string more. So if you've not quite got it tuned right, you can get left arrows at one disc at the extremes and then right at the other.
Yeah.
Or just like a curve. So it's trying to minimize that, because I think that's almost one of the most important things for field, is having a bow which will
tuned at every
hit the middle when you aim at the middle for every distance. Otherwise, it's just an extra bit of like cognitive load.
Yeah.
Which you sort of don't need.
Yeah, certainly for me anyway, the less I can have going on in my head, the better. Which is why I like my form to be good.
Yeah.
So when I shoot, I'm not thinking about it. I just let my body do what it needs to do, and then I can concentrate. I mean, obviously we're approaching it from two slightly different angles, but I just like to let everything happen, and just so my focus is on the spot.
Yeah.
And I don't have to think, oh, am I doing this? Or no, because I know I'm doing it. My body knows what it needs to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to let it do it, and I'm just going to, do a couple of different sides of the sort of same coin. But your gear, you've got the 27-inch mic hand, and that was basically you bullied Ben into doing a 27-inch. Was that right? Is that how?
Yeah, he did for 25, and then a lot of people for Barebow like a longer riser.
Yeah,
so he was receiving a lot on lines. When's the 27 coming out?
Yeah.
But
he listened.
He listened.
Yeah, that's the good thing.
During that time period, I'd grown like an inch or two in height.
Yeah.
So my draw length increased a bit.
You are huge. How are 9, 10 feet tall now? Something like that?
6'3".
6'3". So you're a tall lad.
Yeah.
Big wingspan.
My draw length's only 30 inches because my shoulders are quite narrow.
Okay. That's bigger than mine.
So
that's all right.
So I was really need a longer riser was really going to be beneficial when it released, and it was so nice. It was just the extra bit of stability from the longer riser and just a bit more comfort.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're string walking, you're doing wacky things to the limbs because you're drawing back one and the other.
Yeah.
So when you've got a longer bow, that has less effect. Then it started shooting incredibly well.
Yeah.
So shot a
very
popular with it in the summer.
Wow.
For the double 50 meters, it was 13:23. So it was the under 21 record, but it was 5 points off for senior. So
you're going to get that senior one. You
hopefully this year we'll give it a go.
Yeah. Because you came in a while back and we did a little thing where we had all your records and stuff on the table, did a cinematic slow pan across.
Yeah.
And you've achieved, like, for someone who's so, I'm kicking you, for someone who's so young, you've achieved such a ridiculous amount of things. I mean, are you going to leave anything for anybody else? You're just taking it all. Take it all, Ollie.
Yeah.
Take it all.
I think there's still more stuff to win.
And that's the thing. It's just always just pushing the bar up a little bit. And then inevitably someone will, just until it's, I don't know, there has to be an end point somewhere, but
there'll be a point where it gets very hard to beat.
Yeah. But
I think most of the Barebow world records are achievable on a good day at the moment.
Yeah.
But that means they can be beaten.
Yep.
In a few years, if they keep going up, they're going to become incredibly hard to get, which, like the recurve records, I think for a 720 is 709 or something.
Yeah. Which is
impressive. Insanely high. That's not going to be beaten for a few years.
Yeah, it will. Well, they'll get it. The sort of training methods and technologies and stuff will get to the stage where it gets there. But no, it's nice to see. It's and it's good to see you're still so passionate about it. You've still got so much you want to achieve. But what's the ultimate for you? What's kind of like, this is what I want more than anything. This is what I'm at. What is what I'm gunning for?
I haven't really thought about it, but I think one of the key things is just seeing Barebow and the sport, particularly field, grow.
Yeah.
Because it's something I'm so passionate about. I just want to see more people enjoy it, and like archery has given so much to me and sort of like grown me as a person. So I want to sort of have other people experience the same.
Yeah, and that's brilliant to see. I mean, similar to me, that's my kind of focus really, is just to get people with bows in their hand.
Yeah.
Just because it's a cool thing to do. And then, it's really good for you. It's good for your mental health. It helps. It gets you outside.
Yeah.
It's, my favorite thing about archery, before I did it as a job, before I worked in the industry, was the fact that I could go out there and whatever was bothering me, whatever was worrying me, it didn't, because I was just focusing on what I was doing. And it was a nice break from the world.
It's just you, yourself, and the target.
Just me, myself, and the target.
Oh, no, you, yourself. No, you, your bow, and the target.
That's the one.
That's one.
The three, the trifecta.
Yeah. I'll get there in the end.
You get there. But yeah, it's just no. But like, it can be just as enjoyable just on your own.
Yeah.
Just the solitude of it all. Or if you're out with a couple of friends, having a good time. And my favorite thing about archery is when I'm out and about, maybe on a field course or a 3D course or something, just on a club course, not a shoot or anything. And there's a group of new archers behind me or in front of me, and they're missing, they're having a laugh, but they're having that enjoyment.
Yeah.
Once you've been in archery for a while, you lose a little piece of that, and you'll never get it back. But that first sort of year or so in archery is such if you could somehow get that back, it would be amazing. But it goes. I mean, you change it for other things and move on a little bit. But that initial little that first spark of first getting into archery is so magical. And the more people we can give that to, I think the better.
Yeah.
So we do good things, Ollie.
Yeah. And even like sort of as a person, like when I started archery, but I was quite quiet. I still am a bit, but I wouldn't really talk to anyone.
Yeah.
But now I've sort of grown, and sort of it's given me more confidence to sort of.
I've watched you over the past few years sort of grow. Like I think when you came in, like a few years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, we did a little bit of an interview, and it was very sort of and it was very different to now. You've I think maybe uni has helped. That helps everyone. But yeah, just you said your confidence is you're a good dude, Ollie. It's good to see you doing well. I'm proud of you. Yeah, it's nice to see you kind of become this sort of powerhouse of archery. You're doing good things, Ollie, and it's nice to see. Talking, we drifted away. This is what I like about this podcast. It meanders. It's not stiff like other podcasts. Not that no, I'm going to cut that bit out. That's me. I'm not saying anything bad about other podcasts, but most, like you've been there. I've been on the same ones. They're all Zoom based or Teams or whatever, and it's. This is why I really wanted to have a studio based podcast, so we can have a conversation and just let it meander and let things sort of go around. But
that's when you get the most interesting stuff.
That's when you get the most interesting stuff. It's but the thing I want to talk to you about as well is we're still talking about equipment. Is you've got the riser, you got the 27-inch riser, a lot of weight on there. The other thing that's important with archery is limbs, and you love the upper limbs.
Yeah,
they are quite scary, actually. I've had a few play with, not in a bad way, but just
scarily good,
ridiculously efficient limbs. I mentioned it in another podcast, but I can't say too much. But I've got a little ILF riser coming, not from Uka, but they are doing one, which I'm going to play with very soon. But yeah, I've got this little trad riser coming, and it's ILF. And I think I want to get a set of hookers on there.
Yeah.
Just something really aggressive, something really...
Yeah. Like when I swapped from my Ukalim to my Ukalim, the speed increase I was shooting 2 pounds lighter on my fingers, and the speed was higher than my previous limbs. And I was like, yeah.
I mean, if you can control speed, it's very beneficial. I mean, some people will just push it to get the fastest thing. But if you're not in control of it, it's going to be, you're going to have a bad time.
Like, the two things I look at in limbs is the speed and then the forgiveness. Like, there's no point having the speed if you can't group them.
Yeah.
But if you're doing a lot of field in 3D, if you can group them really well, but then struggle with the speed, your distance judging is going to be even more critical.
Yeah.
So it's sort of the balance between, and I think the Uka Omega limbs find a great balance in the speed, stability, and sort of forgiveness areas.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
Have you had to play with any of the super recurves? Not
no.
So I've dabbled, and I like them. I love the performance, but there's again, I'm retreading old ground. Even though this podcast is going to come out first compared to the other one, in the one I recorded previously, I mentioned the same thing. But there's like a weird draw force curve to them.
Yeah,
that messes with my brain a little bit. It just, I think, if I had a pair and I shot them for a bit, I think I'd get over that weird. Not even a disconnect, but it just changes the way my brain thinks about it as I'm shooting it. And but I think this little bow could be deadly with some Ukas on them. But we've got Uka coming in March, and hopefully this episode will be out before they come in on 3rd of March at Burton, and they're bringing all the new technologies and all the new risers and all the new limbs and stuff for people to get hands on and play with.
Yeah,
but they've got like a little 19-inch field riser, which I think could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, particularly for a trad.
Yeah, I think it'll be quite good. I think it covers a lot of bases as well. I think you'll be able to shoot it a lot of applications with that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've had a chat with Dan in the office. I might be able to get one to have do a bit of a review on. Go back to doing some equipment reviews and a little play with that, which I think would be. You're shooting some of the high-end, sort of most technically advanced equipment out there, and it's doing you well.
Yeah,
really it's doing you very well.
And like even the other things like the strings. I shoot rainbow strings.
Yeah, he's a good guy, Simon.
Simon puts so much attention into the strings. Like I went over there, and I don't think you could speak so long about strings.
Yeah, this is why I struggle to go and see him, because we just talk at length. I'll go there just to get a little bit of footage or something. We're talking for hours about strings.
Like he'd talk about something, I'd be like, surely that can't make that much difference. I test it, and it makes so much difference in the stuff he's like considering, which most people wouldn't even. So it is great.
He's a passionate guy about strings. He's coming in as well. Right? We've always said it every time we see him. It's like, oh, we should get on a podcast and just get really grumpy about strings. It's like, yes, do it. So now we can.
That would be a good one to listen to.
It would be, I think. I get on well with Simon, so that would be a good one. But yeah, because I used to make strings as well for my company, Grizzly Strings. But yes, I mean, obviously I made Flemish Twist. He made Endless Loop, and he still phones me up every now and again. He says, "Look, I've got this guy who's got this bow, this funny wooden bow," and sort of. But yeah, it's. You wouldn't think there'd be that much to talk about with just bits of fibre that wound together on a spool, but there's some. I mean, what material do you use? What's your go-to?
I'm using 652.
That was my favourite, 652.
Mainly because I tested it like 5 years ago now.
Yeah,
I tested it between 8125 and 652. And I found 652 had a little bit of a softer shot reaction in it.
I think it's a brilliant material. I used to love using that for most of I used to do a bit of blending with material, but the most of it was always 652. Yeah. But when I was making this all about me, not about you, Ollie. No one wants to hear about you. They want to hear about my life story. When I was making strings, I used to use first I went to BCY, and I used a material that BCY had, and then they stopped making it. So I moved over to Brownells and used a different material. Then Brownells went under, so when I went back to BCY, then the material I used they changed it. But the thing is, I had to change my whole everything because you didn't you didn't want to mix and match too much. But then I eventually settled on 6.52, and it was just a game changer for me personally. Shooting, it was just way more forgiving, but still performed brilliantly compared to everything else. It was.
I think 6.52 is a almost really underrated string material, because I know quite a few people that shoot it. Like Rene, he shoots it as well, I believe. But you don't hear many other people shoot it.
No. I
don't know why.
I think a lot of people go for like the really harsh materials, like the X99s and
and Wayne's got Glory Pro now.
Yeah,
which is
it's the performance, and if you can shoot that, it's great. But they're not very forgiving.
Yeah,
they can be a little harsh, and if you're not there with your shot completely, it's just adding another few feet per second. But if you can't control that, if you're not on it, it can cause you more problems than it fixes. Where I just think that 6.52 is that beautiful sweet spot where it just ticks so many boxes, and it was easy to work with as well, because endless loop, you just wind it around a jig and that's not it. There's more to it than that. But with a Flemish twist, you have to twist and cross and do all sorts of things. It's very tactile.
Yeah.
And it was really nice to work with. It rolls nicely in the fingers. It just was beautiful material to work with.
Yeah. I think it has got a bit more like pre-stretch in it. But when you get a string from Rain, they pre-tension that.
Oh yeah, I've seen the hydraulic things, and
I don't even know what tension they put them under.
Something scary. Somebody did tell me, but it
means that when you then put them on your bow, they don't really stretch anymore.
Yeah, they're already bedded it,
which is really good.
Yeah, got out all the flop taken out of them. They're already there. A string is important, and being a string maker, I've always said it. From a trad point of view, without a string, your bow's just a nice lump of wood. It needs that string to bring it to life, and it's very important. And finding the right string, and I'm very passionate about strings, Ollie. Yeah, if you hadn't noticed, there are things in this world to be passionate about, and strings is one of them. So, with us talking about equipment, the other thing that you need to be able to put the points on the board is arrows. So, what you using at the moment?
So my favourite arrows for Barebow is the Eastern ACE.
Okay.
So they're really light. They're barreled, so they're a bit thinner at the back, I believe.
Okay.
Just to help with the fingers release. And I find I can shoot them for absolutely everything.
Just covers all bases.
I can't think of another arrow which can shoot as well at outdoor target, indoors, field, and 3D, because the lightness of them for field and 3D is so good. You get the speed. Like, I'm on just over 30 pounds, and I'm easily reaching 50 meters, sometimes even out to like 60, 70.
Brilliant.
Like, that's where my point on is at the moment. The barrel, they're really forgiving.
They just work.
Once I get them tuned, they just absolutely smack.
What's this, the ACEs?
ACEs, yeah.
ACEs, they've been going around for years.
Yeah, I think they might even be older than the X10s.
Yeah,
I'm not completely sure about
you might be right.
But it is a long time. And like, a lot of people for indoors will shoot a fatter shaft to catch the lines. But particularly for me, I've got the Fields, European or Worlds, it's normally September. And then I'm trying to go to King's of Archery, which is like second weekend of November. So I've not got very long to get any other arrows set up. So this year, I just changed my tiller slightly for the different crew, and then brought my field arrows into target, and then got third at King's of Archery and third at National Indoors. So
you don't need to rely on line cutters, Ollie. You put it in the middle.
That's what I try and do.
Done.
It just shows that they're such a versatile arrow that so little tuning needs to be done to swap between such quite different disciplines.
Yeah.
And everyone which shot fat arrows, I know, said they take a long time to get set up. Like you can get them tuned so that you can shoot well when you're shooting well. But then when you get under a little bit of competition, they're just that little bit more unforgiving unless you get them absolutely dialed. So I really enjoy the forgiveness and the familiarity even of shooting the ACEs.
And does the fact that they're a bit skinnier as well almost kind of force you to make the shot count? Like, because you haven't got that little crutch of a extra few millimeters to protect you. You've just got to commit and just get it in there.
Yeah, I think so. And because I'm aiming with a point of the arrow, it's that little bit smaller to be aiming with. Like you've got that little bit more resolution almost.
Yeah, so it's not blotting out the target. You've still got a pin, really.
Yeah, I can still tell that my arrow's still over the... It's like my arrow will be floating around. Yeah. But I can still tell it's over the 10.
Yeah.
But compared to a fat arrow, I can imagine you'll sort of just be, it's over the gold.
It's over the gold. So that kind of aim small, miss small type situation. That's cool. Because you see most people, as soon as they go to indoors, like biggest diameter I can get. Just give me that. And I suppose if you're shooting compound and you're using a sight, like why not? But when your arrow is your sight, a smaller one is actually maybe more beneficial.
Yeah. And I think even looking at the Lancaster stage, in the top 5 finishing, there was Rene, he was shooting Eastern ACCs. So he was shooting a slightly stiffer spine. So they were slightly fatter, but still like 5mm arrow maybe. Simone Barberi, he's shooting ACEs as well. And then me shooting ACEs. And then you had Eric shooting super drives.
Yeah.
So in the top at Lancaster, most of us were shooting skinnies.
Yeah. It's a lot to be said about that.
Interesting.
Yeah. I hadn't thought about it from that point of view, but that makes perfect sense now. You've kind of mentioned it. That's really cool. But I think back in, what did I used to shoot when I was a kid? ACCs, I think I had.
Yeah.
I wanted ACEs like my buddy Percy, but I couldn't afford them. So
they are
ACCs.
They're a bit more expensive than ACCs, and ACCs have been stocked now.
Yeah. So have you got like a stockpile?
Well, no, the ACCs.
Oh, the ACCs.
ACCs
are still going. I was going to say,
I think that one quite easily gets confused because they're so similar in terms of the name,
and they come off the tongue very similarly as well.
Particularly if I'm not speaking particularly clear.
Oh, you speak very clearly, Ollie. You speak very clearly. So, so how are you finding? Because you're at uni now. You're into your computers, aren't you? That's your computer. So how are you finding uni life? Because does that give you enough time to do the social side of uni, the academic side and the archery side?
It's taken me a bit of time to sort of get adjusted to sort of uni and sort of like get into sort of a routine and sort of like finding out how I can best manage stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm now getting better at it. In uni, it's not just for academics that is the important. Like the socials are almost just as important.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of finding that balance better now. So good fun.
That's good. I mean, is there a crossover between the social side and the archery side? Is there a good kind of...
Yeah. Like a lot of the socials I do are with archery. Like we've got sports nights on Wednesdays. So I was just going out, finishing quite late. And then all of the societies do like social events. Like I think we've done archery we've done like axe throwing.
Oh, nice.
All sorts. Film nights.
Film nights, good.
Pub crawls.
Dangerous. But you didn't want to do the podcast tomorrow, did you, Ollie?
No.
Well, why is that, Ollie? Why didn't you want to do the podcast tomorrow?
Because it's Wednesday.
Because it's Wednesday, and Wednesday's the social night.
Yes. So
I mean, that's what you got to do at uni. You got to go out and have some fun and just enjoy yourself. And
I might not be quite as awake or coherent.
Well, I can give you a call tomorrow. Just check in on you.
I'll be in lectures.
You won't be paying attention, but you'll be in there. but yeah. So no, that'll be. That's. I mean, when I was, I didn't. Did I go to? No, I didn't go to uni. I did a what did I do? I did a uni course, but at a college over a longer time. But there was still the social kind of, and it's kind of, you kind of find out who you are, because it was the first time I wasn't living at home with my parents, and you're out on your own for the first time. And I think it's important that you do a lot of living, a lot of growing and stuff. But the fact that you're finding time to still go to Lancaster and absolutely smash it is brilliant. I think you'll do whatever you end up doing in life, Ollie, you'll do well. But no, it's
quite lucky with timing for Lancaster, because term started 2 days before I left for Lancaster.
Yeah.
So I could just shoot. I didn't have any exams for January exams. Didn't have any coursework to do. So I was just like able to shoot like all the time.
Do uni give you any kind of leeway, being on like the sort of the British team and things, and going to these world class events? So they pretty cool with it? Do they give you a little bit of contingency to? Yeah,
there's sort of a bit of leniency, and like if I'm sort of going away, I can request sort of like they do an assessment. I can request sort of something to not be penalised for not being able to do it while I'm competing.
Okay.
That's
good.
Yeah,
because I mean, Birmingham Uni is quite sporty uni, isn't it? They're quite clued up on that. So that's something. But that's amazing that they give you that kind of a bit more freedom, that you don't miss out on anything amazing archery-wise, then it doesn't compromise your education. Or so that's,
because I'm looking at it and like I'd love to do, like, it'd be great if archery could be done full time, but with Barebow, particularly at the moment, it's not really feasible.
Not yet.
I reckon. And I'm not sure whether I'd want it sort of to be my full-time job. I'm quite enjoying sort of like having it sort of more as a hobby.
You put pressure on yourself. You turn it into a job. You put pressure on yourself, and it causes
more pressure to perform.
All sorts of problems.
It's not what you want as an archer.
Yeah, I mean, again, making this podcast about myself, Ollie, that's kind of what happened to me when I first started at Merlin. There was no pressure on me.
Yeah.
But I put pressure on myself because, well, I'm out there. I've got to be performing.
Yeah.
And it caused all sorts of problems. But it was only self-imposed pressure. There was no actual pressure. And, but yeah, I think that it can be a dangerous game, I think, doing that. Yeah. But at the moment, you do these things because you want to do them.
Yeah.
And if you win, you get a nice medal, a prize, whatever. Oh, and as if by magic, the Lancaster medal comes out. That's all right. That's a proper medal. That's a proper medal. That is.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear it, Ollie.
Okay.
I'm just going to.
Wait, they do medals properly.
Yeah, that is
over in America in general, I think.
I mean, this does nothing for anybody listening to the podcast, but anybody watching it can see I'm actually wearing the Lancaster medal.
Almost blinding me with how shiny it is.
It's very shiny, and it's the right color as well. It's gold. So yeah, that's a cool medal. Actually, I'm going to wear this just for a little bit longer, Ollie.
Yeah,
I'm just going to just keep this on me. Just maybe imbibing some of your power, so I can go out there and I can be the best Ollie Hicks I can be.
Yes,
I think that's the way to go.
With some Malt Loaf.
With the Malt Loaf. So I love the fact we've all Loaf into this. It's we will get you that sponsorship, Ollie. If we don't, I'll just pick you up a pack next time I go to Costco. I'll get you a bumper pack or something. Keep you going for a bit.
I've bought too much of it while like you.
It's a good snack.
It's good.
What else do you eat at uni? What's like? Is it just noodles? Is that what students do these days?
Properly.
You cook properly. Yeah. You're a bit of a foodie.
Yeah. I like good food, so
I do like good food too.
It means I've got to cook. So,
what's your favourite food? What's your go-to if you were cooking? Let's say someone's come around, you're impressing them. You've got your signature dish.
My favourite thing that I've cooked at uni is sort of chicken satay, sort of curry. So it's like just peanut butter and like chicken and coconut milk and a few other bits.
I'd be into that.
Yeah,
I like that.
So good.
Do you like a curry? I like a coconut-based curry. I like coconut, actually. I didn't realise how much I liked coconut.
Coconut's good.
But I like a coconutty cocktail, like a pina colada. I'm into that.
I've not had one yet.
That's nice. Just try one tonight. I'm sure you'll find a place to do a cocktail. And the other thing I found, which I didn't know I liked, was Bounty bars.
Ooh, that's a controversial one.
Yeah, well, it's always the one that you get as celebrations or hero. I don't know which one they're in. One of them, but it's always bounties that are left.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, do you know what? I'll just have one. I thought, oh, that's quite nice.
Yeah.
And then before I know it, there was none left.
Yeah, they're not as bad as people.
No, they get bad rep. Yeah. And it was never a chocolate I'd go and buy from a shop. But like bourbon biscuits, I'll eat a plate of bourbon biscuits, but I'll never go and buy bourbons from the shop. I don't know why.
I'd go and get custard creams.
Talking to someone at the weekend about custard creams, had a very in-depth conversation about custard creams.
Custard creams are chocolate digestives.
Oh, do you like tea? You don't drink tea, do you?
No.
I'm a dunker. I love a good dunk. A custard cream in a cup of tea. Oh, Ollie.
Ruining the custard cream.
No, it's nice. Oh, it's nice. I'm eating a cup of tea just so you can have a dunk in a cup of tea.
I won't drink the tea.
You won't drink the tea. Just have a sauce. What you got there? My biscuit sauce. But Ollie, thank you so much for coming in and giving me this medal to keep. Treasure it always. And but no, it's brilliant that you can come in and we can talk about this. And it's exactly, you've been an amazing guest. It's just been a nice sort of conversation about archery. And it's always nice. So please come back and see us again at some point.
I definitely will.
But you've been doing the rounds with the podcast, haven't you? You've done push.
Done push before Lancaster.
Is this better than Zernzak? Am I better than Zernzak?
Yes.
Yes, I knew it. Way better than Zernzak.
And then after I came back from Lancaster, there was the Barebow project.
Yeah.
Frank got me, Ludwig, Judah, and Luke.
I saw that
together.
Actually, yeah.
For just a chat, and that was good fun. Yeah. Great. I think gives some great insights about thought processes between us four archers. We all have in our own ways come across the same findings.
Yeah. Same realization, but just from different angles.
So I think that's quite a cool one to listen to.
Yeah, it's good. I think that is. I haven't listened to the whole thing. I didn't want to listen to any of your podcasts because I didn't want to be influenced by any of the other. I just wanted to just let it happen. I didn't want to.
So you can listen to them now.
I can listen to them now freely. I can just listen to them. But no, it's good to see you sort of doing the rounds and talking to people and whatnot. And just thanks for coming in. It's always nice to have you in here, Ollie. It's always good to see you. We always have a nice time.
Thanks for having me.
No, it's all right. So is there anything going on that you want to plug to the tens of listeners that we may have? It's a new podcast. It's going to grow. It's but yeah, I'm sure we might push it up into the 20s maybe. But yeah, if there's anything you want to sort of is there anything going on you want to promote yourself, or your Instagram or whatever?
Well, my Instagram's Ollie Hicks Archery.
Ollie Hicks Archery.
Very easy to find.
We'll put that in the.
I think I'll be in my profile picture's me in a shirt like this.
Yeah.
So
you look good in that shirt.
Very recognisable.
Very recognisable.
I think the Uka Day here in Burton in March is going to be great fun. I'm probably coming up.
I'll be there. I suppose you want to lift home as well, wouldn't you?
Yes, famous.
Oh, jeez. The things I do for this company. But yeah, no, it'll be great. So I'll put all your socials and whatnot in the thing so people can click on those and see you. But huge thanks for coming in, Ollie. It's been brilliant. Thanks for the medal. I'll look after it. I'll keep it polished. And so that has been another episode, or the first episode if you're watching it in the order that I tend to release them in. You can tell it's new. It's a new thing, Ollie. I'm still learning the ropes. So tune in next time, and you'll have another archer. I don't know. I know what's happening. I'm just making it up as I go along. But anyway, thank you for watching. You take care. Shoot straight, and we'll see you on the internet. Bye bye. And that's it, Ollie. We're done. I don't know how long we've gone for. How long did we do it for?
How long's I got left?